Alright, cool. So last we left off, there's this arena in this area, and I really wanted to check it out. So
Down for a little scuffling and tussling.
this is what we're gonna do.
Let's see if you got some fight in you.
I thought you'd like to fight in the arena.
That's the spirit. But I've got to tell you, you probably want to see Murg around the corner before you draw blood. She's the champion, and she's fair particular about who she'll fight.
Okay.
She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll assent to any challenge. Watch your words, mind. She takes against you, there'll be no talking yourself into her good graces again.
Shrug. You don't care what Murga wants, you just want to fight.
Well, you better start caring. Without her approval, you'll be stuck spectating.
Okay.
On your way, then.
Good gods. Is there a void woken down there?
In the shadows,
Okay.
a dwarven woman spits obscenities down upon a caged void woken. She exudes a powerful air of menace and an even more powerful odor of old sweat and dried blood. She spies you and glowers.
Old sweat and dried blood. Wow. This is intense.
More fodder for the arena. Let Murga the champion test how good your reflexes are.
But does she have anything to buy? Not really. Do need to get some more lockpicks, but we'll hold off first now.
Curling her torn lip back over broken teeth, she grabs your hand and pulls you down to the ale-soaked table. Never losing eye contact, she begins arm wrestling you.
There's a technique, calculate vectors, adjust her stance, and go. There's no way she's gonna win this. She's finesse. Slip free and definitely reach to pin her arm behind her back.
She glimmers in and out of view, merging with the shadows. In an instant, you are pinioned by the very move you attempted. She slams your hand against the table, hard enough to draw blood.
You need to practice more, dear. Try some pull-ups before you even think about going one-on-one with me. I bested that void woken below us, you know. Dragged that scaly lump down there with my own two hands. So, since you can't hope to beat me, what is it you want down here?
Tell her you want to fight her, you intend to become arena champion.
Ah, based on your performance so far, that's cute. But I shouldn't judge your baby steps. The lion judges not the pussycat, eh?
Constitution, persuasion, Fort Joy champion. Say that as a fellow champion, she owes you an arena fight.
Cute. Takes a whole lot more oomph to get a rise out of me, though. Ah, go talk to the raucous one. Tell him I sent you, and he'll set you up for a challenge. Prove yourself worthy fighting my acolytes blindfolded. Then, I'll knock your teeth out.
Wow.
Who in their right mind would keep a void woken locked up like this?
I mean, I was a champion. I probably should have gone with finesse, right?
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done.
You were the champion of the arena in Fort Joy. You plan to conquer this place too.
Well, that just may interest our current champion, Murga.
Oh, this guy's a lot. I don't have any money though. I'm broke.
She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll assent to any challenge. Watch your words, mind. She takes against you, there'll be no talking yourself into her good graces again.
So you're down for a fight, but you have no intention of battling an enemy you can't see.
Your call. Not everyone can rise to Murga's levels. She's got enough venom to put a snake to shame. In any any case, you're in for a treat, lass. Better than sweet cream stew on Lucian's Day. Who's coming along with you? It's your only chance, so put your thinking cap on.
Would you like your nearby party to join you there at your command? Okay. Well, that's fun. Get up here. Right here. Takes 3 points. I don't have enough. Let's do this real quick. Does he not have... He does have this. Why do I not have this armed? Hmm. Okay. He needs more spells. Okay, that's not gonna hit anybody. And neither will that. We'll just save that for the next turn. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so there's a spellcaster here. Spellcaster here. We've got a ranged guy here. We've got melee here. Is that it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Actually, this looks like a... Definitely melee character. Okay. So. How far does this go? Okay, pretty far. Let's get her in a good spot. Let's just get him up here. I don't know if I needed to waste that anyways. First things first.
I'll yield to none.
Okay. Just bite. This taunt is 2. Right. At least get aggro with 2 people. Everyone and their mom has that now. It's thick. Okay, so we can't hit this dude. Shit. Get. Oops. Definitely get these guys. Let's see if I can get all 4 of them. Oh, I got my dog too. Damn it. I was afraid of that. I keep hitting him with everything. Poor little guy. Wow, dude. He got messed up. I thought he was taunted. What happened to the taunt? Can't move entangled. Somehow out of base damage for these 2 guys. So much for the taunt. That didn't last more than a turn. Alright, let's get him back up. I'm not cool with that. Like, I'm pretty sure I taunted them, and it didn't last at all. This isn't good. I just wait till next turn. Alright, he's gonna take some damage here, but he give this to himself. Who is out? Here he is. Let's see if I can do this. Shit. Wait, what's going on here? Why is he attacking? Oh. He's actually attacking him. Do this. That's ridiculous.
Glory is mine.
Wow, dude, he is just taking it. How is this still Shekels of Pain? Said one turn. It's still happening. It's ridiculous. Can't hit this dude. Definitely hit this dude, yeah. He's got a bunch of health. Just want to make sure he's dead. Okay. Too far. All of his buff spells are down. Okay, so that's finally gone. So we can do... Oh, dude, I still have all three of these guys. Okay. Okay. Fight this game. Oh, I should have done that first. That's alright. I can do this now. Dude's got a huge health pool. I think I need it right now. I don't want to use the source. Oh, the Microsoft Store? Yeah, it is. It is surprisingly low quality for a company like Microsoft. Okay. Oh, do not die again, beast. Okay, good. Forgot to heal him. Let's do this first. Okay, then we'll see. I want to use that. I only have this. Okay.
Prepare yourself. Glory is mine.
Oh, that sucks, dude. Well, if it helps. Meh.
He
I mean,
praises you, unsmiling.
there are worse games to lose access to. But I mean, that would piss me off too. Especially if you're enjoying it.
Nice to see the cub has some claws. You drew blood. Enough to know you're alive.
Luckily, like, I have an old Hotmail account, and that's usually how I interface with all Microsoft stuff. I don't use it for too much beyond like spam mail and anything Microsoft related.
But you removed your blindfold in the arena. You failed my challenge. Now I'll never taste my victory in your blood. Try your luck somewhere else, ducky.
It's so stupid. I'm not gonna fight with a blindfold.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are.
Tell them you wish to fight their current arena champion.
That's Margaret's call. I abide by her yeas and nays.
Step where?
Need your hand squeezed some more? Plenty of lonely drinkers upstairs might be more amenable to that than me, champ. I only fight risk takers. Those few brave.
Stupid. Okay, there is someone to talk to though.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are.
Tell them you wish to fight the current arena champion.
That's Margaret's call.
Stupid.
Nice show out there. That's Margaret's.
Alright.
Watch out for Murga, stranger. She's a formidable fighter, our dear arena champion, and not one to suffer fools lately.
It sucks.
Need your hand squeezed some more. Need your hand squeezed some more. Plenty of lonely drinkers upstairs might be more amenable to that than me.
There's gotta be a way to fight her. We'll have to prove ourselves another way.
Did you know our arena champion's a bloody cheat, stranger? Murga tripped me and bit off my earlobe before the fight had even started.
We can get. Oh, this is the Lohar thing. Alright, I'm gonna actually talk to him because I need a refresher on what he wants us to do.
Get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arks. All right.
Tell him you came across a wreck caravan outside town. It looked like some of the people were involved.
That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers.
You met her there. She survived, but seemed traumatized. She ran off.
Well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar were sweethearts.
Ask why he doesn't go collect the bodies of the fallen.
We will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Won't do anyone any good to raise a ruckus now.
Change the subject. What's he doing
Whatever
here in
needs
Driftwood?
doing. Isn't that all?
Okay.
You're one of us. How could you do it?
Let's do a quick reminder what we're looking for. Mortis awakens. Local dwarven source may be connected to the criminal underworld. Perhaps Mortis could potential teacher. Hold on. Does he need to talk to Lohar by himself?
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all the way past Arks.
Yeah, I need to do this Mortis thing.
All right.
Okay. No. I guess this dialogue was all I needed for him. Black pits. Okay, so we have to Mortis's house on the edge of Driftwood. That's probably one of these markers. It's in fact that marker. This looks like it. That's kind of sucks that I actually had to fight with a blindfold. I think that's kind of stupid.
This must be the place Lohar mentioned.
I don't
It
think
looks
I would ever agree to a
unassuming
fight
enough.
if I was blindfolded. That's stupid. It seems almost suicidal to do something like that. Alright. Quick save. Locked. That is in there. Okay. Oh. If we're gonna go through a door, we might as well go through the side door. Game saved. Mean. I need to get some lockpicks. Oh shit. You may hear the call of the long dead, but for those of a particular nature, the dead are as loquacious as the living. Those so blessed and cursed are drawn to the Stone Garden graveyard, where they might learn the ways of the ancients and beyond. One such mystic was Mangan Oaks, who gained expertise in both traps and petrification, and, it is said, rigged his own Stone Garden sepulchre with fossilizing mist to petrify meddlesome invaders. Interesting. Do a quick F5 because we're going to do some pickpocketing. Oh shit, there's a door under him. Can't reach. Heal? Heal? Oh shit. That's dope. Alright. What is this? Hew and hack from Elder Tree, slice and slash from Elven Seed, then in the blood of grapes immerse a masterwork rune will soon emerge. Yup. My question is this better than what you have? It is. Way better. I don't care that it's stolen. I'm actually just gonna do the physical damage. I just think that would be helpful. Oops. Let's do fire damage, why not? Okay.
won't budge.
That didn't work. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to kind of see if there's like a way to talk this out. Okay, let's give it this again. Ruins. Charge this group. And
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids.
poker.
She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want?
Inform her of your visit with Lohar. You need to go through the hatch.
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, elf. Right glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon.
Ask what her partners hope to find below.
Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something.
Ask more about Mortis.
That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Poof. Those half-wits below will know more.
Thank her for the information. You're headed down now.
Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenn has sent you before they bash your brains in.
Down the hatch then.
See, we didn't have to kill anybody.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Huh? You got rocks knocking around that noggin of yours. We'd have more luck asking Duna to open it for us than for it to budge by our own hands.
I've spotted something.
Maybe if
There we go.
Finally.
The door's opening.
Duna's dagger, brother. You here to free us or kill us?
Whoa. Okay, inform her that Lohar sent you.
The male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of air and glances happily at his companion.
We've only been fretting here for a few hours, but it's felt like days. That snot-nosed priest's as slippery as a snake in an oil drum.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Mordus is up to. Only thing we managed were to close that door and get us stuck. And if there's another door out there, never could find it.
Lohar ain't gonna be pleased.
So Mortis, what is he up to? Where has he gone?
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Started acting all funny not so long ago, then flew the coop.
Acting funny? Ask what she means.
Well, at first, he was just buddying around with Lohar and the rest, you know. But then he'd start looking all sickly and run off for a day or two. Then some stranger tried taking old Lohar down, but got himself caught and tied up. Ain't no coincidence Mordus went hanging around then.
She taps a finger against her forehead.
A woman knows things. Nothing's getting past me. Best we head off then. We've got business to attend to.
Okay.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. Scratches and fissures deface its exterior, and its eyes have been gouged hollow.
Kneel and pray, anvil be my altar, hammer be my
Your
offering.
words are swallowed by the chamber's thick air.
Put your hand out and touch the
The
shrine.
stone is cold against your palm. If your god once inhabited this effigy, it abandoned it long ago.
Leave the shrine.
Aye, the giant takes notice of its charges.
I want to talk to you right now. Sir Laura. Into the Deep. My Adventure in the Mines of Kraxar by Rubenus Longbeard. The author says he traveled the famous mines and claims to have met many dangerous creatures of the deep. Strangely enough, he doesn't seem to mention a single creature that you have heard of. The editor's note at the end describes the book as a Dwarven social satire. Interesting. That would be worth something to sell. Paper, dope. On elves. In outlining the physiology and, to him at least, mysterious culture of the elven people, Hubert expresses admiration and fascination, but while he is careful to note the enormity of the suffering visited upon elves at the culmination of the last Great War, his text smacks more of self-congratulation than of real empathy. Topical. Okay. Charlotte Skull, go ahead and take that. Bone, oh, we can use that too.
Well, this won't do. If I can get stuck, then I can get unstuck.
Oh, lame. Ooh, schematic. Read. Drawn upon the page is an elaborate schematic. It is closely resemblance of the broken shrine to Denimortar quarters and depicts a mechanism operated by a button on the statue's back. How do we get out? Oops, wasn't done looting that. Mortis, you are a lucky man. Your failure to assassinate Lohar could have been ruinous. Yet your lord proves his grace by not only sparing you, but granting you Mord Akam. The ritual requires an excessive release of source, but I'm sure you're anxious to prove your allegiance. Use it wisely. Your orders remain the same. See that the weapon from the Peacemaker reach arcs unharmed. See that the weapons from the Peacemaker reach arcs unharmed. I'll wait their arrival. And do be careful. There are a number of Godwoken who have escaped from the fort. Should they pass their driftwood en route to their master, be sure they pass no further.
Lohar will want to know of this.
Yep. Man, we're not like popular people. I just get that feeling. Take that painting because it's usually worth a little bit. What's this? Kitchen pot.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. You run your hands along the exterior until your fingers graze the button noted in the schematic.
Press the button.
There's no mistaking the sound of stone chafing stone. The entrance to the chamber
Yep. Let's check out this area a little bit more. What'd you find? Ah, yes. The most powerful scrolls are made with source orbs. These are source skills that you can cast at will without requiring source. One example is to start writing a scroll as you would write any pyrokinetic scroll with something sharp, but use a source orb as an ingredient.
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Pick lock. Be too low. Fuck. Did I lose a lockpick for that? I probably did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Son of a bitch. So I need to find an eye. One thing I want to see real quick. Yeah, it's just this bookshelf.
This shrine to Duna may have been quite beautiful, but there's no mistaking the sound.
Huh. So I need to find an eye for this thing. So I don't have a way to open that skull. I don't think. Let's talk to the cat.
The cat stares up at you. Its midnight black pupils are too prominent for you to discern the color of its glazed eyes.
8 lives already gone, but I'd gladly lose the last if you can throw me a fish. One of those smelly kind.
From a fresh fish?
He stares at the fish and meows, a mixture of pleasure and pain.
Offer him 2 fresh
The
fish.
cat licks his lips and sets his glazed eyes on the feast in front of him.
Maybe I should stick to the good stuff for a while. But I'll miss the shadow.
He pokes his nose at your map, leaving a wet spot.
I think you'll find something interesting there. Found me some goodies during life number 6. Now, if you don't mind, I need a bit of me time.
Dude, I totally understand. Alright, treasure. Let's go back down here. I don't want to see what he has to say about the assassination attempt.
What would I do without
He already knows about it, but
What would I do without you?
We wait, we wander and wander.
while they're traveling here, I will be right back. I'm gonna go refill my water.
Why you gotta make us hurt ya?
You ain't gonna last much longer.
Okay.
Better get out there before Mortis makes it all the way, all right?
That's nothing. Crap. Huh. They're just the Chronicles. Did I just like not interact with it correctly? I mean, that's totally possible. Let's just go back and check that out. Hmm.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
What did they say to her? What's wrong with her? What's up, Mary Lane?
Take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get her.
You're dead, Alexander.
Oh, they're playing a game.
Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
I mean, fair.
Here, missus. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he? Hey, are you an elf?
I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death.
Tell Alexander you very much hope he stays dead.
See? Told ya. But don't worry, I'll revenge your death. Take that. You won't put a source collar on me, Dallas. I'm a big bad evil sorcerer and I'll kill you dead.
I hate
Fair.
this game.
I do too. I do too. Let's see, let's see. Okay, so if we go down here... Again, here, let's check this basket. I feel like I'm missing something kind of easy.
A skull. It's missing an eye. A skull. It's missing an eye.
Use.
A skull. It's missing an eye. As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
So it does look like a diamond, right? I don't have a diamond to put into it. I looked through here. Who else could I talk to? Did I not find the chicken treasure? I thought I already did that.
I've spotted something.
That's really sad. Okay, let's check this maester's house after we open this chest.
Under lock and key.
I read that too quickly. Thievery too low. Where's their thievery at? It's at 3. That's too low. Crap. I'm just gonna give him a try. I don't think he can open it either. Oh, dude, no. Why did I do that? That's all her lockpicks. Crap. It's too low. In fact, it is the optimal amount of low. Hold on a second. Can I make lockpicks yet? Shift, makeshift club. Objects. Flowing idol of rebirth.
You've got enough in front of you.
Huh. Let's check this magistrate's house over here.
Nelson, my inkwell is
Of course,
dry.
I just used up all my lockpicks like an idiot. Here, hold on a second. See if this is like the same as the last game. I mean, these were technically 9-inch nails in the last game, but... Still works. Dope. Oh, I forgot where I saw those nails. Alright, I'll have to steal a bunch of that when I find them. Okay. Leave it a quick save. My question is, can I lock a character in a conversation? I feel like I could.
You can't go in there, mister. The Meister isn't home and the Magister's locked her house up for her.
Fuck. Meister's not home and the Magister's locked her house up for her.
They was very angry about it. They said mean things about the Meister and they left a mess, a big one.
Ask her if she knows the Meister personally.
She's my friend. She was one of the Magisters once. She was very high up. She used to look for god people and help them.
Okay.
But then she stopped that and just stayed in the house all the time. She used to play with me, but then the Magisters took her away, they did. They took her outside the village.
Interesting.
I'm not allowed outside the village.
Ask her where exactly she thinks the Meister is.
She looks around theatrically to see if there's anyone listening.
When the wind blows from over the stream, I can hear the Meister. I can hear her crying.
She gives you a look of the darkest meaning. Then she takes a deep breath, puts on a happy smile, turns, and skips away.
What the hell does that mean? Gallows. Okay. Yep. And how? Keep grabbing chat. There we go. In-game chat, not Twitch chat. Alright, we need to look for nails. Sharp rock.
You poor dwarf. Do you even know what they've done to you?
I have a feeling this thing is supposed to be hanging, but it's not on its noose. It's like in the level.
Now,
Hold on.
is this really
Can I steal from this?
necessary?
No.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discolored. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, God-woken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if your master had just ordered you to fly. Whatever fits your purpose, my dear.
Whisper that Melody said she could train you. Is that true?
The Meister bares her teeth, stained a deep pink by her blood, and growls.
Melody is unfortunately mistaken. I cannot train you, but I can certainly help you on your path. As long as I am free of this rope.
Sure, she'll be freed, but how? Curious how she knew you were Godwoken.
The lizard grimaces, shifting awkwardly as she dangles.
I am in intense pain, Evergreen. You are either insufferably cruel or insufferably stupid.
Particularly.
By the Seven, where are you going? Get...
I'm gonna try to talk this out.
A fly buzzes around the dwarf's mutilated head. For a moment it lands, crawls across his open eye, and takes off again. The silent watcher does not blink. A Magister guard approaches. Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One, in a Magister uniform, hangs dead from her neck. The other hangs from her hands, still alive.
Step away from the prisoner, elf!
Why would I kill Lucian's second most charming son?
Ask who she is and why she's hanging by her hands.
Hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough one, Meister Seaver. She's a seeker, and she's a bloody traitor.
Tell her you've heard of Seekers.
What have you heard? Have you heard that they killed our beloved Alexander?
Why would I kill Lucian's...
She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her. At least as far as you can trust a lizard. To repay that trust, the Meister gave Alexander up to his enemies. She wasn't there when Alexander fell, but White Magister Raymond uncovered the truth. She's as guilty as any of them, and I reckon she got off lightly. I'd have had her flayed alive with a salted bullwhip.
Tell her you're going to set the Meister free. She'd be wise to stand aside.
You're going to... what, now?
Offer the opportunity to set the Master free.
She betrayed Alexander. I'd sooner die than free her.
Oh, I'm gonna lose another one. Okay. Oh. Let's do this. Hold up. The writ Magister Raymond gave you. You've got permission to free her. I succeeded again.
Never know what that guy wants next. Fine. Have fun.
Nope.
Well, have you found time in your busy schedule to do your duty and release me?
Reach up and undo
Be
her
quick
restraints.
about it. Who knows when that Magister might return?
Okay, we're gonna quickly cut the restraints.
Good to move again. Now, best scurry off before that Magister wanders back. Meet me at my home in Driftwood, and we can see what you're made of.
Yep. Before we do that, though, I want to know why this is still showing up on the map. Because I thought we grabbed this. Oh my god, what happened to the chickens?
What? No, you don't even have a stomach. It'd just be indulgent.
Did this egg kill her? No, is it gonna follow me around? Oh god. What am I supposed to find behind the chicken coop?
Did you expect a needle?
feel like I found whatever it was, but like the map is showing something else. Okay,
Did you
it's gonna.
expect a needle?
That's all he's gonna say with that.
Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes I get no choice in the matter.
I believe. Maybe my perception's just not high enough to find whatever secret it was. Hmm. Oh my god, please tell me this thing's not gonna follow me around. This thing's the devil. I'm keeping it though. Fine. I have an evil chicken. Not the worst thing I've ever had.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this.
Run away. Oh, wait, what am I doing?
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
That hurts. Hydro Fist. These are good, but I'm broke right now.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
Nice.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
Watch as she slowly wraps a cut on her arm, asks why they strung her up.
Apparently I had a claw in murdering their darling divine-in-waiting Alexander.
The Meister wrenches the bandage, pulling the fabric tight against her wound. She winces before tying it off in a neat knot, but you can see the red stain already spreading across the fabric.
Never mind that. That I was here the entire time. Apparently my cunning transcends time, space, and common sense.
Coughed uncomfortably. Actually, you're the reason the Magister are looking for Alexander's killer.
Meister Siva freezes, her eyes locked on you, her claws mid-swipe, cutting a new stretch of bandage.
Why on earth should I have thought anything else? Not that I was sorry to hear about his death. I doubt my grin helped matters during the interrogation.
So now that she's free, can you proceed? You want to move quickly.
Enthusiasm.
Thank you.
On a weekday, my word. We shall begin
Actually,
once we have the
oh, it is
tools I
Friday.
need from my vault.
Actually, I don't know if it's
You
Friday
may have
anymore.
been chosen
Yeah,
God
3
Woken,
minutes.
but
It's still
becoming
Friday.
divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head. Come, God Woken. It is time to see just how awake you are.
Okay.
Fortunately, the Magister cares not to call who you are according to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall.
Which one? There's only one. Here, I can.
I pray my instructions will not be too technical for you. Your talent for following simple instructions will push the button.
T is for troll.
Now, kindly go to the vault and enter the combination. I shall call it out as you go.
The term troll behavior refers to the way trolls live their lives, from killing and feeding to roaring and courtship rituals. Once you've begun to identify the trolls in your local meadows and caves and Twitch chat, your next step is to find out how they behave. Luckily, this book is here to help. All trolls make for formidable foes, not just due to their size, but due to their talents for health regeneration. A half dozen adventurers could spend many a minute slashing away at a troll, only to make nary a permanent mark upon it. Some adventurers insist that burning or poisoning may prevent a troll from regenerating. Imagine their surprise when the troll wields those same skills against them with no apparent harm. This is because some trolls are weaker than others against certain elements. Virulent trolls will use poison freely, but are averse to the sun and keep to the shadows. They are vulnerable to fire, which is just as well. You'll need a torch when you search for them. The Blazebone trolls are eternally thirsty and thus tend to congregate near rivers and ponds. Use poisons on them if you wish to halt their healing capabilities. Amphibious trolls can breathe under and above water, but they prefer clean, fresh air given how quickly their tender lungs fill with fog and smoke. Behavioral notes. Death fog kills most living things instantly, but trolls may actually develop immunity with mild, prolonged exposure. If you encounter such a beast, they may be harmed only when a curse is applied to the appropriate attack method. Trolls are typically omnivorous, but many are known to develop a taste for humanoid flesh. These creatures often lose their weakness entirely, thus, as constructions of flesh and blood, they are indestructible. Noted. Book contains descriptions of magical artifacts that have been forbidden by the Divine Order. As you flip through the book, you land a section about Idols of Rebirth. Oh, we already read this one. Feats of Four. Behold the mighty heroes of Driftwood and the feats for which we owe their thanks. Garrick, a human who slew the necromancer preying upon the dead of the Stone Garden. Bromley, a dwarf who defeated the demons that plague the great woodlands. Vidya, a lizard who subdued the strange beasts that arose from the primordial caves east of Driftwood. Hala, an elf who defended the farmers who feed Driftwood against pitiless bandits. They are mortal through their deeds. Their implements of victory shall rest where they slew their enemy. Tales of the Sun Gods. We have already gone through this. Origins of Lucian. Where's this? Read. There was a great need. The unfathomable forces of darkness, forces so great the seven themselves could not hold them at bay, began to gather the light storm clouds over our great realm. And so they made a decision. They would put their differences, their rivalries, their pride aside and join in a single avatar. One who could unite the power into a single almighty force of order and good. Lucian was chosen from among those summoned. Lucian the worthy, Lucian the holy, 7 times divine was he, and yet he still fell. Ooh. Alright.
A stone door lies flush with the floorboards. Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, The metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
Enter the safe combination as Messer calls it out.
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Dope.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken. And try not to break anything in the meantime.
No promises. Ooh, source.
Ancient runes. Weird contraptions. This place is an Arcanist dream.
Not stealing, I'm gonna take this stuff. I think we've already read this one. The creepy ass chicken. Meister Silva instructs me to record my research before I conduct an experiment regarding Godwoken Ascension. The ritual itself is quite simple. Place a single piece of black root in the ritual bowl. Draw blood with obsidian lance. Your own is most convenient, and sprinkle it upon the root. Set a flame to the bowl and its constant. Ensure that you have sufficient source. Inhale the resulting smoke. Beyond the point, nothing is known. Ingredients for the ritual are not rare per se, but may be difficult to procure. I am fortunate that the Maester's source fountain never runs low, so it's simple to gather. Source, blackroot, however, is another matter entirely. Root grows in the forest to the northwest of Driftwood. It produced no poison or thorns to guard it, but all the manners of creatures stalk those trees. It is wise to quickly grab what one needs and then return. I pray that my experiments here pave the way for future scholars, or should I succeed, to allow any to be the equals of Godwoken. Interesting. So we need that black root. Incinerator control valve. Thing here. Ooh. Source Orbs Part 3. Most powerful scrolls are made with Source Orbs. These are... Okay, I think I read this. I did. It's a book on the ground. This tomb, Hubert, the historian, assembles the bulk of what is still known to the large world about the infamous Brachus Rex and creates a lightly drawn portrait that feels somewhat incomplete, but also carries the ring of truth. Brachus was once a fine human being and a noble ruler, but his greed overtook him and he became corrupted. There's a mention of Cassandra, a twin sister, to whom Brachus did unspeakable things, stealing her life force that he may live forever. I killed them both. Unfortunately, these crimes saw him arrested by source hunters, hanged until dead, and his body thrown into a well. Rumors abound that this was not the end, but until Hubert can confirm the outlandish tales, as exciting and dramatic as they are, he refuses to add them to his chronicle.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face seems grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
See that, frankly, you don't. It's like being a princess in a golden dress riding a unicorn.
Sarcasm, my girl, is not one of the seven.
Should be.
No, Becoming the divine means taking on the power of all the gods and the responsibility for all the races.
Okay. Okay.
The
Continue.
divine was created by the gods to shelter us from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Flip a hand. Surely you can use some power for yourself.
When you become the divine, there is no more self.
Okay.
For just a moment, her eyes soften as she looks at you.
It is no small thing to ask, but it is your duty. Without a new divine, Rivellon will die.
Do you understand?
Very well, then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal, although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard, sauce in the glowing fountain, ritual in the tome by the bookcase, even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Observe that her cuts look pretty bad.
Quite. Mind you, being torn asunder by a Voidwoken would be even more inconvenient. So if you wouldn't mind...
The Meister points sharply to the ingredients cupboard.
So they'll get started immediately.
And do not lose anything. These ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the Cloisterwood to fetch you more blackroot.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
Look for the material you need to complete the ritual.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot, nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and Drudene oil.
Got it.
You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Okay. Pouch. Oh, dope. Oh, and there's a mortar and pestle. Hold on. Quick save. Okay. Okay. Energy chest. Hold up. Turn full. That's for source orb. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Where's the face at? There we go. So the next source orb I'll use on the lizard. And then I'll be able to...
Something has changed. You are you, but more. You are another, but not. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, molded into unfamiliar shapes. You cradle your aching head, where another's memories and wisdoms mix with your own. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of new skin. You lower your arm, blink twice, and step forward in this new guise.
Dope. Alright, so I need another source orb. I can put this on, and then we're good to go. Oh, I'm back to undead. Okay. I'm gonna leave him like that for now. Hope I don't need that source orb for this ritual. I mean, I do have some more source if I need it. With those, yeah.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
Hold the fumes in your lungs and ignore the thumping in your head.
As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Dope.
Deepest recess of my soul. But it looks like the Hall of Echoes.
So this is what drugs are like in this game.
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Sabil, come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am.
Step closer.
Look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Nice.
Blind eyes, shine brightly. Speak the spell and see.
Cast a spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm. It's here.
Dawns the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Tis Endelius in all his spectral glory.
You know me, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful, and now I've come to seek some power in return. Your God-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Deus nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah, yes. Just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god.
Dying worriedly, ask him what's happening.
The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, and should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion.
Smile at him with mock sweetness and remark upon how tables have turned since you first met.
Don't you be impertinent, girl. The tables turning is not a victory, but a bitter stalemate at best. You must realize, Sabine, that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I. Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go, the Well of Ascension.
Well, Ascension, say you once read it in fabled Birthplace of Gods.
It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads. And you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
Tell them not to worry, to lose is complete abstract to you.
I know. Or did you think I chose you for those majestic cat eyes alone? One must never enter into any endeavor, though, without realizing the stakes. The Void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it.
Wow.
Only she who claims everything will be everything. The Void's doom, this world's liberator.
Pause to wonder what will happen to the other gods if you do this.
It's very simple, really. They will either bow to you, or be undone. But of course that is what they are saying to their own God-woken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, Sabine. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood on your blood-red hands. But don't let that dismay you, for these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin, and your loved ones, and the world they live in.
Okay. Tell him you're quite convinced and ask him where you can find the Well of Ascension.
I promise that yours alone will be the powers of the lake, and to the lake I will lead you. But not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the Source. Until you speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a God-woken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
If you're to become a master of the Source, sure there is no better than himself,
Hoarse
teacher than
laughter
himself.
rolls and echoes into infinity.
You flatter me, Sabine. But if all I had to do was give, you would long ago since have received. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first, you must learn to channel the Source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the source. Once you have, you may return to me here.
Here you go, ask what it is he did to your eyes exactly.
Something that will make you understand that for a god, there is precious little difference between the living and the dead. Source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is source, and in source it is, immortally so. You have the vision of a god now. Eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in source.
Does that mean I don't have to eat people anymore?
Speak the spell during your peregrinations and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger. Best of luck, Sibyl.
I already kind of like beat that drum.
The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What you know?
Tell her the valuable information you're not giving it away for free.
The Meister's eyes flash with fury, but she holds her tongue and steps back.
You are not a pile of ash, so the ritual was a success, albeit partially. You had all the material requirements, so I can only assume your source was lacking. That is unfortunate.
Gran, you're not sure about a hornpipe, but you've been threatened with a hangman jig before.
If I were looking for a master of mirth, you would be ideal. Alas, there are no masters of source here. The river of my source has been dammed. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
You'd be better killing such creatures, not begging for their help.
Were the circumstances any different, I would indeed agree. However, it is the path we walk, no matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
You can't hide the concern on your face. It doesn't seem well.
And you do not seem to be paying attention. Sorcerers, evil, controlling your source, saving Rivellon, please. Please tell me at least some of this rings a bell. Your focus, your only focus, must be on finding these masters, on finding the secrets to divinity. Nothing else matters.
Question, Mr. Siva, is she sure this is the only way?
Alas, I am. And we do not have time to nitpick morals. The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource, but do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Wish her well and take your leave. Spirit of the Apprentice.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A godwoken in my presence. You honor me.
Ask who she is.
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not godwoken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
That's why she risked such a thing, if she were aware of the dangers.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Oof. Boy, do I feel that. Okay. Sir Laura.
Quercus, what are you looking at? Egad, stop gawking at the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into that stone realm by now. Meanwhile, the acorn draws nearer. I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carry. Some fascinating leads, but nothing like the power we need to stop the Knights of Dre and their wicked plot.
That squirrel, it sounds like he's being diligent at least.
Yes, well, we all do as we must. Yes, Quercus, obviously our gargantuan friend is doing its best too. That goes without saying. I owe our shield my life several times over. I hardly need to grovel and thank it each time. I'm sure it knows I appreciate it. Now, if you're quite finished ogling your favorite long-legged scratching post, we need to get on and save the world already.
Wow. Finding that money. Wait. I just noticed something. She doesn't have any source on her. She needs the source. And she needs her team. Oh god. I walked out the door without my team. Good on me. Alright, let's check out what's going on in here, and then I might call it a night. It's getting pretty late. Divine Order
Let
Proclamation.
it be known henceforth to each and every subject here and everywhere that, in the absence of our beloved Alexander, Bishop Divine, slain with malice and injustice by foul sorcerers, as were let fly by the perfidious lizards of the ancient empire, with the aid and abettancy of the Divine Order of Lucian, is now led by his son's most trusted intimate and advisor, Dallis, Hammer of the Divine, Savior of the Sorcerers, and new deliverer of the peoples of Rivellon. The Hammer shall take counsel from her most trusted advisors. Hail to the Hammer, 7 times blessed.
Dallis is the queen bee now, and all those little magisters drone to her
My
hearts.
inkwell is
course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me some
Right
more.
away.
Kill the queen. The drones will just fly off to another. People have got no sense, I swear.
Actually, I'm gonna call it here. I feel like we've made some pretty good strides, and this is a decent stopping point. we'll talk to this dude when we play again Sunday. So tomorrow I'm going to play some Apex when I get on, which should be around noon at the latest, noon East. And then I will actually this time start Ori and the Will of the Wisp. No, I didn't start it yesterday. I tried out that new roguelike like card RPG, which is definitely an early access, but it was all right. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I will be on Nugget, I'm sure. I know I've been late recently, but I should make it. But yeah, I really do want to start my run of Ori and the Will of the Wisp tomorrow. So I will also be posting that on my YouTube channel for those checking it out. But hey, Nugget, thanks for being by. I'll see you all, especially the lurkers who never talk. But I do appreciate people coming in and lurking. Don't be afraid to say hi. I will see you guys all tomorrow.